Deep in the forest, twin brothers Samuel and Nolan live in a small house with their mom and their dog Coda. Their mom always says the outside world is dangerous because of something called the evil. That's why they stay hidden in the woods, and they pray every day so the evil won't come near. Mom tells them if the evil ever touches them, it can control their minds and make them do bad things. The boys have never seen it, but their mom says she can. They believe her completely. One night, Mom dreams of a skeleton in the woods coming to life and screaming. She wakes up scared, prays quickly, and steps outside. As soon as she touches the grass, she hears a growl. Then, she sees the ghost of her dead father near the stairs reaching for her. She forces herself to ignore it and goes back inside. In the morning, she wakes the boys. Samuel does push-ups to stay strong. Nolan has a bell tied to his ankle that jingles when he moves. At breakfast, Nolan secretly gives food to Coda, even though Samuel doesn't like it. After eating, they get ready to look for food. Mom ties a rope around all of them and prays over it for protection. Each of them has a whistle in case they need help. She reminds them, never let go of the rope, no matter what. Coda runs ahead to hunt rabbits. Mom keeps seeing visions of her dead father telling her, let them go, but she ignores him. She finds an old photo of her parents and hangs it on a tree like an offering. Samuel uses his slingshot to shoot a squirrel and even eats bugs and a frog because he's hungry. Nolan climbs a tree looking for eggs, but finds none. On the ground, he sees one egg and runs toward it, but the rope pulls tight. He tries to untie himself, but Samuel stops him and warns it might be a trap by the evil. Nolan gets mad and says, she loves you more. Samuel says that's not true. Angry, Nolan steps on Samuel's rope, making him fall down a hill and hurt his ankle. Nolan blows his whistle. Samuel hears bushes moving and panics. Nolan takes off his rope to help Samuel. Mom hears the whistle, runs toward them, and removes her rope too. While running, she sees the evil take the form of her dead mother, following her. She reaches the boys and ties the rope around them again. The evil stops because it can't cross the blessed rope. The boys can't see it, but they see their mom shaking in fear until it fades away. Back home, Coda greets them. Mom makes the boys touch the symbols on the wall and say prayers while she holds a knife, ready to act if something's wrong. Nothing happens, so they are safe. She scolds them for being careless and treats Samuel's ankle. That night, Mom sees another vision of her mother. At dinner, she tells the boys a story. She says once the evil pretended to be a little girl crying for help. The screams went on for days, but she didn't go near. When it stopped, she checked and found only a dead body. It was a trick. She warns them again, never let go of the rope, even if someone looks like they need saving. Later, she locks the boys in the cellar, one at a time, as part of their ritual. They each spend an hour alone in the dark. Afterward, they must share their nightmares to clear their minds and stay strong. Before bed, Nolan draws another picture on his wall. He asks Samuel if he saw anything when the rope came loose earlier. Samuel says no, and Nolan didn't either. This makes Nolan worried. He wonders if their mom would kill them if the evil ever touched them, just like she killed their father and her own parents. Samuel tells Nolan to stop talking like that. He says their mom would never hurt them and would never lie. Outside, Mom hears a voice. It's her dead husband. The evil is using his voice to trick her. He begs to see the boys and says she has no plan for their future. She ignores him, but he reminds her they will all starve soon. The next morning, Mom and Nolan check their greenhouse. Most of the plants are dead. A harsh winter killed their crops and scared away animals, so food is almost gone. Nolan asks about the world before. He wonders if other people might still be alive. Mom avoids his questions and says their home is the only safe place. Days pass. Their food runs out. They even share one tomato between them. On dark nights, Mom lets them play an old record. They dance to feel better. One evening, while bathing, Mom sees Nolan standing in the doorway. He's sleepwalking. She gently takes him back to bed and ties the bell back to his ankle, wondering how it came off. The next day, Mom goes into the forest alone with her crossbow. She hears a bird and sneaks closer. Suddenly, she sees a scary vision. Nolan's dead body lying there while the bird pecks at it. He turns his head toward her. She crouches down, whispering it's not real. When she looks again, the body is gone. Only the bird is there. She tries to shoot it, but Nolan's ghostly image appears again, making her miss. Angry and hungry, she takes tree bark instead. That night, during dinner, she keeps seeing her husband's ghost outside the window. The next day, they go into the woods to collect bark and sap. Nolan feels his rope tug. Suddenly, he's dragged across the ground toward a well. A snake-like creature is pulling him. Then he wakes up. It was another dream. He's been sleepwalking again. Mom finds him and is angry. She drags him home, makes him touch the carvings, and say the prayer. Then she locks him in the cellar until he admits the darkness is gone. She even ignores his cries to use the bathroom until he wets himself. When Nolan returns to his room, he tells Samuel his plan. They should run away. He believes they can escape the evil and find food. Later, they can come back for Mom. But Samuel refuses. He still trusts their mom. Mom overhears them talking. She imagines herself turning wild and dangerous. The next day, she opens an old box and shows them a Polaroid camera. She explains how it works and shows old family photos. Only one picture is left, and she says she's saving it. Then she says something shocking. They have to eat Coda. He's old, and they don't have enough food for him. Nolan cries and yells. He says Mom is turning into the evil. To decide, Mom makes Samuel vote. He sides with her. Heartbroken, Nolan hugs Coda and promises to protect him. But Mom pulls the dog away and carries him to the greenhouse. Through tears, she thanks Coda and points her crossbow. Before she can shoot, Nolan runs in, cuts a rope, and shouts, "It's not real." He locks her in the greenhouse. Mom panics and breaks the windows to escape. Outside, Samuel tackles Nolan and they fight in grass. Meanwhile, the evil appears to Mom, now looking like her dead mother. It mocks her, reminding her of painful memories and saying it will make her eat her children. Mom can't take it anymore. She grabs broken glass and kills herself in front of her sons. Horrified, Samuel punches Nolan, knocking him down, then runs to his mom. He ties the rope around her and prays, but nothing happens. Feeling guilty, Nolan ties the rope around himself and goes back inside. He plays the old record to block out his thoughts. Samuel stays by their mom's body all night, holding her tightly. Later, Nolan looks for Coda, but the dog hides in the woods, scared of everything that's happened. Samuel is getting weaker because he won't eat. Nolan makes him tea and tries to cheer him up. Samuel says he hasn't left their mom's room since she died and claims he saw Nolan laughing at him from the woods for not saving her. Nolan says it was just a dream and makes Samuel touch the carvings and say the prayer with him. Wanting to help his brother, Nolan ties the rope around himself and walks deep into the forest. He keeps going until he finally reaches the end of the rope and finds a paved road. It's his first time seeing one. Excited, he yells for help, but no one answers. When Nolan comes back, a man named Cole appears. He says he was hiking and heard Nolan shouting. He offers him food and says his truck is nearby. Just then, Samuel comes out and thinks Cole is the evil. He points a crossbow at him. Cole raises his hands and says he's not dangerous, but Samuel shoots him, hurting him. Cole runs into the woods. Nolan chases after him, ignoring Samuel's warnings. He follows the blood trail and finds Cole calling 911 on his phone before dying. Nolan takes Cole's bag and sees it's full of canned food. He eats until he's full, then brings some home for Samuel. But Samuel refuses, thinking it's another trick from evil. That night, Samuel finally gives in and eats some food. He looks through Cole's things and finds a wallet with a photo of Cole and his daughter, plus a flashlight. He shines it outside and hears a noise from the greenhouse. He goes there and is shocked to see their mom standing inside. But when he opens the door, she's gone, leaving a rotten smell. Suddenly, a voice calls to him. It's the girl from the photo. She asks about her dad, but notices Cole's flashlight in Samuel's hand. She realizes what happened. Samuel panics and apologizes. She runs, scared. Samuel chases her, but his rope tangles. Believing she's real, he unclips the rope and follows her deeper into the woods. Then, the girl climbs a tree with extra arms. Her body twists in strange ways. She's actually the evil. She swings down and lands behind him. Her long tongue touches his hand and slides into his mouth. Back at the house, Nolan wakes up and sees Samuel's rope lying loose. He hears Samuel's voice calling and runs toward it. Suddenly, Samuel appears behind him and cuts his rope. Far away, Cole's truck headlights turn on, and Nolan sees the evil wearing Samuel's face. Scared, Nolan runs back to the house. Inside, he hears noise upstairs and finds Samuel sitting on her mom's bed. Black slime drips from the ceiling. Nolan grabs Samuel's hand, presses it to the carvings, and says the prayer. Samuel screams, grabs a knife, and attacks. Nolan runs out, slams the door, and locks it. Samuel pushes the bed against the door, turns on the record player, and lights the room on fire. He steps outside and uses the camera to take a picture of himself with the burning house behind him. Inside, Nolan covers his mouth with a wet cloth and climbs out a window, but he almost falls. He crawls back through another window and sees Mom calling his name. He knows it's not real and runs to the cellar, tricking her into following him. When she comes close, he shoves her in and locks the door. He hugs the creature tightly, remembering all the times his real mom loved him and Samuel. She used to say to fill the cellar with love, so he does. The fake body wriggles and bursts apart, showing its true form, a huge snake monster. It thrashes wildly, but Nolan won't let go. His love is too strong, and the creature explodes. Soon, firefighters and medics arrive and take the boys away in a helicopter. As it lifts off, Coda runs below, chasing them. Nolan smiles when he sees a real town in the distance. He tells Samuel, "We're free now." Samuel smirks and whispers, "She loves me more." Back in the burned house, the last Polaroid finishes developing. It shows Samuel with a dark, shadowy hand on his shoulder.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.